Welcome to Proclaim, a presentation of the Catholic Diocese of Alexandria. Join us as we journey together through the Scriptures revealed to us by God.
Good morning and welcome to Proclaim. After the discussion with the scribe that Jesus has just had, we find a summary statement that Mark gives us as this concludes. He says, "And no one dared to ask him any more questions." We're not quite sure why. Was it because they simply realized it was pointless? If they were questions that were loaded and intended to trip up Jesus, the odds of success were certainly not very great. Whether it was in a sense that Jesus had answered the fundamental questions that anybody could ask, and therefore what further need would there be for questions? That in itself is interesting, because so much of what has happened have been in the form of questions presented to Jesus in order to trap him, to in some way make him look foolish or to lose respect. What we find now is Jesus turns the tables, that he now becomes the questioner. And as this controversial setting continues, we find things very different, that Jesus is no longer on the defensive. He clearly has taken the offense. He clearly has taken charge of the situation, having answered the questions asked or worked around them in a way that truly made the questions irrelevant. Now he poses a question to those who are so quick to want to trap him, and we find that he is much better at presenting an irresolvable question to them than they have been when they presented them to Jesus himself. And so he says, Jesus was teaching in the temple area and said, "How do the scribes claim that the Messiah is the son of David?"
This program was brought to you by Kramer Funeral Home.